just to cash on a FanDuel NBA game Tuesday night out of the 6 games that was played, you would have needed about 330 or so points. It was a wild night, especially as the late games rolled in. Golden State, Portland, and Philadelphia, Sacramento in particular. You see, in this particular game, it took some high scores, and I imagine in the big shot game, there may have been some lineups that flirted with 400. Myself, I got all the way, I got up to 11th place. I went up from 17th to 11th on the final Draymond Green rebound of the night in the waning seconds. You could see where I am there. So that got me up to one prize level. Of course, he had a turnover real late, and if I had that would have got me in the top 10. But that's how, when you're up there, it's incredible, especially if you have someone who's lately owned who is giving you a great game, can win or lose so much, or if somebody who's highly owned does something. Just every basket, every turnover, every rebound, every assist means something. But as you can see, my balanced lineup rocked. I had 7 players go over 40. Reggie Jackson flirted with 50. Monta Ellis, 48.9. Kawhi Leonard, 44.3. Draymond Green, 43.2. Noel, 40.5. Ilyasova had a Bucks won in crazy fashion at the buzzer last night. Badly needed win, 42.2. And Mr. Canner, he had 29 fantasy points in the first quarter alone. But after that, the Thunder went a lot with their depth. There was a lot of tag team with Steven Adams, and actually a lot of 6-man tag with Canner, Adams, and Mitch McGarry. Adams with that black cast that he can smack someone with the referee's back turned. And if they were all to get into trouble, then Russell Westbrook can run into the rain and just clear everyone out. So, but a lot of bigs in OKC, and that's with Ibaka out. Imagine if he was there. But as it is now, they got plenty of depth, and don't sleep on the Thunder as an early out in the playoffs. But looking at the other who I didn't have, Stephen Curry, he wound up with one of his better games in a while. He went over 50, and the biggie, what I couldn't have happen, and I'll be honest, as the late games began and I was projecting myself with a chance to go over 350, I thought I had a heck of a chance to be top 5, maybe even win. That was if DeMarcus Cousins didn't go off for a second time on the 76ers. Against the 76ers, he usually attains or flirts with 76. And he wound up with 70.9 after having 39 and 24 a few weeks back. Settled for 33 and 17 this time. Oh, and 4 steals and 4 blocks. I give a hat tip to Fantasy Alarm. That gave me a lot of my information for last night. And the info for Monta Ellis, he tied a season high with 38 points. The other game he had 38 points for was also against San Antonio, and he also had 26 on the Spurs way back on opening night. And by the way, Dallas and San Antonio lock horns again Friday night. So Doyle Wright, yeah, he was on more than a third of the rosters, and he'll be a good option again tonight. So I said expect 40 points from Kari Leonard. They nailed that one. I might start looking at this site more. Recommended Noel. Said 42 last time he faced the Canes. Yes, did the same thing again. Had Ilyasova, and they had. He said love his price, and he was only 9,600 on DraftKings, and 76 on the Sixers earlier this year. So they reported on that. So a lot out there. I was surprised Ilyasova, he approached 50%. He didn't even get a lot of minutes. So there's a lot. And like I said, Dorel Wright, 34.8. Leading to tonight, and tonight's a biggie. We have, count them, 13 games. You can look at them right here. Whereas a lot of them, if you're just even, if you're just torn between two, and one has a later start, go with the early start. So that's only if it's a tie. If you feel stronger about the other player in a late game, don't get scared too off about it. But especially down to 3 weeks left in the season, figure the teams that are tanking want to get a look at some other players. The Clippers, they reported that their guys start resting some people. They're on the East Coast this week, so you'll know the fates of who's going to be playing for the Clippers. But be aware, Golden State's going to be definitely be resting a lot of players. So right off the bat, you'll have 5 games in that 7 p.m. window. And then you have one at 7:30, few at 8. Only a couple, only one out on the West Coast. OKC San Antonio, that will be the late ESPN game. And also some great nuggets of information. I neglect, so much gets filtered off of Twitter these days, but like going in my research from various writers. Recent game, Ben McLemore outscored 17-0 in the first half by Bradley Beal, but then he outscored Beal 17-2 in the second half. And then the other one, I have played Jeremy Lin twice now, and I won and finished second in a mini shot game the last time I played him. Last night I finished 11th, and it goes, no, Jeremy Lin, a gaudy 1.0 FanDuel points per minute over his last 10 games. And not the most talented player out there, but incredible basketball IQ. He knows how to get to the hole. I saw him get around a larger man. Got to the rack last night to score. Yeah, and Lin's getting a lot of run by the Lakers lately, so definitely he's definitely one of the options out there. So, obviously, a ton of options tonight. We'll go through these quickly. Patrick Beverly should be, my understanding is he's definitely out tonight. He may be facing season-ending surgery on his wrist. If Beverly's out tonight, indeed, Jason Terry will get a lot of. Last time he got run, last time Beverly was late November, early December, and he got some decent 25 to 30 point games. So he's up there in years, but that's definitely an option out there. And other, you have Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine should start again. Lynn would be another good option. So there you have LaVine. Darrell Wright. And I know Portland is playing. And a few of these, I don't even know if I saw Aaron Afalo on the court, but there's Wright there. And for my other point guard, we could go really super cheap on some of these. Looking at some of the names out there. Schroeder, Jacqueline. Ishmael Smith is in Denver. I kind of like that play. And then with the shooting guards, there's going to be one more. Dion Waiters that's not guaranteed from game to game, but you've got a pretty good 5-game stretch there. So I have Waiters, and what that will do, that will allow me to get the likes of, you can see the average I got on there. And a couple salaries got bumped up. Darrell Wright, they bumped from 35 to 43. So FanDuel saw the situation too, the injury situation too. So Gorgie Dane, if you look, the Lakers got torched for 127 last night. So there you have Cantor, and then. In this little example, I'll put LeBron James in, I'll put Anthony Davis in. I still have room for 6,500 for my other power forward. Marty Junis should be a good play. So then in that example, I've actually got 500. So if I like let's say, in Aaron Brooks or someone, I'll put him in. Not saying I'm going with them tonight, but just to give you this example, and it's the only thing against Harden. I got a couple cheap options. I got my cheap options with the guards. So definitely look. There'll be a lot of news with the volume of games of players hurt and or players resting. So there'll be other ideas for cheap players to plug in. But this here has LaVine, Aaron Brooks, Jason Terry, Dion Waiters, Darrell Wright, LeBron, Anthony Davis, Marty Junis, and Cantor, and I expect a lot of high-scoring games tonight. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if 350 or even pushing 400 would win some contests tonight. So great luck to everyone. Thanks for all the advice. Keep the cards and letters coming. We'll talk to you later.